I'm Casey Levy, and I play Elsa in Frozen on Broadway. Elsa's she's a young woman who is sort of locked away emotionally and has a lot of pressure and a lot of weight on her shoulders as far as how she is viewed in her community and how she views her role in her community. She's someone who's very alone, very isolated, but longs to be with her sister and longs to be with people, but hasn't really found a way in. My dressing room needs to be a retreat of sorts. It needs to be warm, it needs to be homey, but it also needs to be organized. This is the first show I've done as a mom, 8 shows a week on Broadway. I have a 3-year-old, and this has been a whole new, like a re-education as far as how do I perform 8 shows a week at the top of my game and be the mother I need to be and the wife I need to be and have some sanity. Some days I really feel like I succeed at it and I'm like smashing it, and then other days I feel like I'm utterly failing and floundering in it. Elsa's continued to be a huge surprise for me because when I was cast, I could tell that it was a role that I would be able to dig into, but I didn't quite understand the magic of this girl. She's been taught from the time she was a little girl that the way she is inherently is wrong and needs to be concealed and needs to be changed and should be better and should be different. And so she's grown up with this feeling of damage, I guess, her whole life. It isn't really until Frozen begins she starts to realize that if she embraces all the things she previously thought were flaws and were ugly about herself, that those are the things that will set her free. If she accepts herself, that's where Let It Go comes from. If she can just release this need to be perfect for everybody all the time, she can start to find some peace. She can find joy, she can find freedom, and she can really live her life as a free person. Everyone knows how it feels to be just on the outside, like you need to change who you are. And it wasn't until we were in rehearsals and I was working on the music and we were really kind of going deep on the material that I started to realize how profound her story is. I think what makes our show successful is, you combine the immediacy of live theater with a story that people already know and love, and you kind of kick it up a notch and you show them some different shades to these characters that they didn't quite get to see before, especially with Elsa in this version. We get to hear so much more from her and kind of understand where she's coming from. It's definitely the most glamorous part I've ever played. And Elsa is like glittery and has a perfect hairdo, and I get to wear like gorgeous makeup and highlighter, and it's really fun. And it's like this iconic look. Working on Broadway isn't for the faint of heart, it's a real commitment of your energy and your time and your soul, but it always rewards you back. And I guess that's just like the beauty of maturing as an actor, is recognizing when you're in those jobs that are really special. And this is definitely one of them.